Something surprising once happened on a popular talk show. It started like a normal day, but it quickly turned into something nobody expected. This is the story of how a simple interview became one of the most shocking moments ever seen on television. It all began with a famous actor named Denzel Washington. He had been working in movies for many years. He was not just famous, he was respected. People loved him because he was talented, calm, and always treated others kindly. Denzel had done many interviews before. He knew exactly how they worked. A host would ask questions, he would answer politely, maybe tell a funny story, and then the show would end happily. He had appeared on many famous shows before. Every time, things went smoothly. So when he was invited to appear on Jennifer Hudson's talk show, it seemed like just another normal interview. On the day of the show, everything looked perfect. Denzel arrived at the studio on time. He greeted everyone warmly, the staff, the crew, and even people working behind the scenes. He smiled, shook hands, and made people feel comfortable. People who worked with him always said the same thing. He is kind and respectful. He remembered people's names. He asked how they were doing. He didn't act like a big star. Instead, he acted like a regular person. That is why so many people enjoyed working with him. The host of the show, Jennifer Hudson, was also very famous. She became popular because of her amazing singing voice and her inspiring journey. Many people admired her success. But over time, some people started noticing changes in her behavior. Behind the scenes, workers quietly talked about her attitude. They said she sometimes got angry over small things. Sometimes she changed interview questions at the last moment without telling guests. Some even felt that she had started believing she could say anything she wanted, without thinking about how it might affect others. Still, the audience didn't know much about this. They were just excited to see a great show. On that day, the studio was full. People had been waiting for hours just to get a seat. Some even traveled from far away just to see Denzel in person. There was excitement in the air. Everyone believed this would be a special episode. When the show started, Jennifer walked onto the stage. The audience clapped loudly and cheered for her. She smiled and enjoyed the attention. She told jokes and spoke to the audience just like she always did. Then came the big moment. Jennifer smiled and said, "Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome the legendary Denzel Washington." The audience became even louder. People stood up, clapping and cheering. Denzel walked onto the stage with confidence. He waved, smiled, and greeted everyone. He had a calm and cool personality that made people feel comfortable. He hugged Jennifer and sat down. The interview began. At first, everything went well. Jennifer asked him about his new movie. Denzel talked about his role and the story. He explained how much he enjoyed working on the film. He also spoke about the young actors he worked with and how proud he was of them. He sounded passionate, humble, and friendly, just like people expected. The audience was enjoying every moment. Everything felt normal. Everything felt right, but then, something started to change. Jennifer leaned forward slightly and looked at Denzel in a different way. Her tone became more serious. She said, "I've always wanted to ask you something." The audience became quiet. She continued, "You've been married for many years. That's not very common in Hollywood, right?" At first, it sounded like a simple question. But then she added, "What's the real secret, or maybe the real truth?" There was a short silence. Something didn't feel right anymore. Denzel stayed calm. His face didn't change much, but his eyes showed that he noticed something was off. The moment Denzel Washington questioned Jennifer's words, the entire atmosphere in the studio changed. It no longer felt like a talk show. It felt like something serious, something real. Jennifer Hudson tried to stay calm, but it was clear she was feeling nervous now. She said, "I was just trying to have an honest conversation." But her voice didn't sound as confident as before. You could hear a slight shake in it. The audience could feel it too. She knew she had made a mistake. Denzel leaned forward slightly. He looked directly at her and said, "Honest?" Then he continued, "There is nothing honest about what you're doing." His voice was still controlled, but now it carried strong emotion. "You're trying to create drama," he said. "You're trying to turn this into something it's not, just for attention." The audience was completely silent. Nobody moved. Nobody spoke. Denzel continued, "There is a line, and you crossed it." Those words hit hard. Everyone in the room understood exactly what he meant. Jennifer opened her mouth to speak, but Denzel gently raised his hand, stopping her. "He wasn't finished yet. Let me tell you something about respect," Denzel said. Now his voice carried wisdom, like someone who had seen and experienced a lot in life. "I've been in this industry for over 40 years. I've worked with great people, directors, actors, and interviewers." He paused for a moment, then continued. "And the best of them all understood one thing: boundaries." Denzel explained calmly. "You can ask strong questions without being disrespectful. You can have a good conversation without attacking someone's family." His words were simple, but powerful. The audience was listening very carefully. Some people nodded quietly. Then Denzel looked straight at Jennifer. His eyes were serious. "But you," he said slowly. "You think having a stage means you can say anything you want. You think you can go into people's private lives and make comments about things you don't understand." He paused again. "And when someone speaks up, you act like they are the problem." Jennifer's face showed a mix of emotions now: embarrassment, frustration, and anger. She replied, "You're being unfair." Her voice was weaker than before. "I've been respectful to you since you came here." For the first time, Denzel let out a small laugh. But it wasn't a happy laugh. It was a disappointed one. "Respect," he said. "You call that respect?" He shook his head slightly. "Do you even hear yourself right now?" Jennifer, trying to regain control, said something that made things worse again. "I think you need to calm down," she said. "You're making a scene." Collision: the breaking point. Denzel stood up. The movement was sudden. It shocked everyone, even Jennifer. She leaned back slightly, surprised. The audience gasped quietly. Police car light standing his ground. Denzel looked at her and said firmly, "I'm making a scene?" Then he continued, "You just spent several minutes suggesting that I'm dishonest, that I don't respect my marriage, that I'm not loyal." He pointed lightly toward the chair. "You did that. Not me." Raised hand refusing disrespect. He spoke clearly. "I'm just the one who refuses to sit here and accept it." The room was completely silent. You could almost feel the tension in the air. Microphone: the decision. Then, something unexpected happened. Denzel reached for his microphone. Slowly and calmly, he removed it. Every movement was careful and controlled. No anger. No shouting. Just a clear decision. Fearful-faced Jennifer realizes. Jennifer's expression changed instantly. Now there was panic in her eyes. "Wait," she said quickly. "Denzel, wait."